Excellencies, distinguished guests, we ask for your kind attention as we begin the flag installation ceremony of the newly elected non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. Let me invite the permanent representative of Kazakhstan in the capacity of the Master of Ceremony, His Excellency Ambassador Kairat Umarov, to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year to all of you. I'm truly honored to lead this solemn flag installation ceremony today. I cannot but recall that back in 2018, in January 2018, when Kazakhstan had assumed its presidency of the Council, I then, in my capacity as permanent representative of Kazakhstan and non-permanent member of the Security Council, initiated the ceremony. Until then, it was merely a technical act. Kazakhstan transformed it into a respectable ceremony, cherishing the incoming member states to the Security Council. It is the 8th ceremony we have been organizing annually, and I want to express my gratitude to all previous presidents of the Council who co-organized this event with us during their presidencies. So now, after being appointed again last year by my president, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, as PR of Kazakhstan, I'm happy to lead this solemn ceremony again. It is my great privilege to do so in close collaboration with my dear colleague, Ambassador Amar bin Jama, permanent representative of Algeria and president of the Security Council for this month. I wish him every success in this important role. On this first business day of the new year, I am pleased to extend a warm welcome to our colleagues from Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia as the newly elected members of the Security Council for the 25-26 term. As they assume their seats on this premier United Nations body, we are confident that their expertise and insights gained from long-standing experience with the Council will greatly enrich the Council's work in promoting international peace and security. I would also like to take this moment to thank Mr. Mohammed Khaled Kiari, Assistant Secretary General for Middle East, Asia, and the Pacific, for his presence and engagement in today's ceremony. Your continuous support and dedication, our dear friend, are deeply valued. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the flag installation ceremony has become a cherished tradition supported by the member states. It symbolizes the unity and cooperation that underpin the Security Council's work. It provides us with an opportunity to celebrate the newly incoming elected members as they take on this vital responsibility of maintaining global peace and security. As we step into 2025, we recognize this year as a pivotal time for the international community. The challenges and aspirations we face serve as a reminder that global peace, security, and sustainable development rely heavily on the collective actions and decisions of the United Nations, particularly the Security Council. The collaboration between permanent and non-permanent members remains essential to this endeavor. The role of elected members has never been more vital. By bringing diverse perspectives, innovative ideas, and a steadfast commitment to multilateralism, they will infuse the Council's deliberations with fresh energy and vision. Their contribution will play a crucial role in bridging divides, fostering inclusive dialogue, and ensuring that the Council remains responsive to the evolving needs and realities of today's world. To our new elected members, on behalf of Kazakhstan, I extend my sincere congratulations to each of you. Your election reflects your country's resolve to stand for the principles and goals of the United Nations. I would like to kindly remind you that you are elected by the General Assembly, and you will remain accountable before the nations who trusted you with the election into this apex UN body. We hope that you will make meaningful contributions over the next 2 years to address critical global challenges, and reinforced Council's mandate to promote peace and security. As you embark on this noble mission, I encourage you to remain unshaken in your purpose, united in your efforts, always driven by our shared aspiration to build a safer, fairer, and prosperous world. May 2025 bring us closer to realizing our collective vision of peace, prosperity, and sustainability for all. I thank you.
We are honored to give the floor to the incoming President of the Security Council for the month of January and co-host of the ceremony, Permanent Representative of Algeria, His Excellency Ambassador Amar Benjama, for his remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and Happy New Year. It is an honor to address you today as Algeria assumes the presidency of the United Nations Security Council for this month of January. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the outgoing elected members, namely Ecuador, Japan, Malta, Mozambique, and Switzerland. I want also to congratulate them for their very fruitful and remarkable terms. I am also delighted to warmly welcome the new elected member of the Security Council, namely Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia. Serving as an elected member of the Security Council is an immense privilege. It is also a huge responsibility that member states of the United Nations entrusted us with, and that we have to uphold during our 2 years term. The world is facing many challenges that are threatening international peace and security. Situation in the Middle East is highly concerning. Major security challenges are also affecting other regions, including in Africa, the Americas, Europe, and Asia. It is our responsibility, indeed, to work tirelessly and effectively, and to uphold the values of multilateralism, and to promote peace and security all around the world. Again, dear colleagues, I wish you all a successful tenure. I thank you.
The floor is now given to our special guest, His Excellency Mohammed Khaled Khiari, Assistant Secretary General for Middle East, Asia and Pacific, Department for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs, Department of Peace Operations.
Good afternoon and Happy New Year to all of you. Excellencies, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to take part in today's auspicious flag installation ceremony, as you have heard, which begins in 2019 on the initiative of Kazakhstan and under its leadership, to give due recognition to the new elected members of the Security Council. To the new council members, I would like to congratulate once again each of you as you assume your solemn responsibility under the Charter of the United Nations. Your presence here is a reflection of the trust placed on you by the larger membership of this organization in the current increasingly challenging peace and security landscape. Elected members, as you have heard and you have noticed more and more, they are playing a prominent role in shaping the working methods, the discussions, and the outcome of the Security Council. You are aware, I know, about this opportunity. I'm confident that you will continue to strengthen, reinforce, and develop these trends, this role, and this opportunity. Please rest assured that the Secretariat, through its reporting, briefings, wide-range substantive support, will continue to provide to Council members and the monthly presidency our customary support over these 2 years. So again, congratulations and all the best. Et bon courage.
Now, let me invite permanent representatives of Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia to give their remarks.
Good morning, or good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year to everyone. Today, Denmark is honored to raise its flag as an elected member of the United Nations Security Council. It is with deep humility and dedication that Denmark takes up its seat at the Council. This ceremony symbolizes not just a seat at the table, but also Denmark's deep commitment to our shared responsibility, upholding the principles enshrined in the United Nations Charter and advancing peace, security, and human dignity across the globe. To our colleagues departing the Council, Ecuador, Japan, Malta, Mozambique, and Switzerland, we extend our deep gratitude. Your dedication over the past 2 years has left an incredible mark. Each one of you has set a standard of excellence that we will strive to carry forward with dedication and respect. This marks the 5th time Denmark has been elected to the Security Council. Last time Denmark served in the Council was exactly 20 years ago. Today, we're entering at a time where the world is marked by profound uncertainties, raging conflicts, climate disasters, and humanitarian crisis. There's plenty of work to be done, and our commitment to it must be steadfast. In the Security Council, our work often begins amidst tragedy and conflict. But let us not forget that this body is also a testament to what humanity can achieve when we come together. Denmark's journey to this moment has been guided by our long-standing commitment to the United Nations, to peace, security, and sustainable development, and by a belief in multilateralism as the cornerstone of global cooperation. As part of our pledge, we will defend the UN Charter and uphold international law. We believe that where challenges arise, so too does opportunity. The opportunity to stand firm for the rule of law, to amplify the voices of those often unheard, and to make this Council more effective, transparent, and inclusive. We will work to adopt conflict responses to the evolving dynamics of modern crisis, to address the destabilizing impacts of climate change on peace and security, and to implement the Women, Peace and Security agenda to foster inclusive and sustainable societies. In this spirit, Denmark will bring a Nordic, pragmatic voice to the Council, while we remain committed to our values. We work together with all member states, elected and permanent alike, seeking to build trust, forge consensus, and drive meaningful action to the challenges facing our world. As we place our flag today, we carry with us the aspirations of a global community yearning for peace, as well as the weight of our shared responsibility. Together, let us honor that trust and deliver on the promise of this institution. I thank you.
Excellencies, colleagues, friends, Happy New Year. I'm pleased to participate to this solemn event marking the commencement of Greece's tenure as an elected member to the United Nations Security Council. I express my appreciation to Ambassador Kairatou Manov and the team of the Permanent Mission of Kazakhstan for their commitment to initiate and organize this annual flag installation ceremony. Allow me also to warmly congratulate fellow incoming elected members of the Security Council, Denmark, Pakistan, Panama, and Somalia, and also thank the 5 outgoing members, Ecuador, Japan, Switzerland, Malta, and Mozambique, for the outstanding work during these past 2 years. Dear friends, I stand before you with gratitude and a high sense of responsibility, representing my country, Greece, which assumes this highest duty for the 3rd time in its history, at a particularly critical juncture in international affairs. Greece is a firm advocate of the purpose and fundamental principles enshrined in the United Nations Charter. Committed to a foreign policy based on priorities, values, and international law, Greece looks forward to acting as a stabilizing factor, serving as a bridge between the North and the South, the East and the West, while contributing to restoring the true meaning of the principle of the peaceful resolution of disputes. We will do our utmost to live up to this great responsibility during our tenure in the Security Council. Allow me now to add a few brief words in my native language. Κυρίες και κύριοι, αγαπητές φίλοι και φίλοι, με υπερηφάνεια και αίσθημα ευθύνης σε αυτή την όμορφη συμβολική τελετή υψώνεται τη σημαία της Ελλάδος, καθώς η χώρα μας αναλαμβάνει σε μια ιδιαίτερα κρίσιμη συγκυρία τη θέση μη μονίμου μέλους του Συμβουλίου Ασφαλείας για τη διετία 2025-2026. Η Ελλάδα καθίσταται στην πράξη συμπαραγωγός της διεθνούς πολιτικής για την παγκόσμια αρχιτεκτονική ασφαλείας, με ουσιαστικό ρόλο αλλά και ευθύνη στις παγκόσμιες εξελίξεις. Προσιλωμένη στην άσκηση εξωτερικής πολιτικής αρχών και αξιών και το διεθνές δίκαιο, η χώρα μας προσβλέπει να λειτουργήσει ως σταθεροποιητικός παράγοντας, να αποτελέσει τη γέφυρα μεταξύ Βορρά και Νότου, Ανατολής και Δύσης και να συμβάλλει στην αποκατάσταση της αληθούς έννοιας της επιταγής για την ειρηνική επίλυση των διαφορών. Με στόχο την προάσπιση του σκοπού του οργανισμού, να ενώσει δηλαδή όλα τα έθνη του κόσμου να εργαστούν για την ειρήνη, θα προβούμε κατά τη διετή θητεία μας σε διμερείς και πολυμερείς συνέργειες με όλα τα κράτη-μέλη του Οργανισμού Ηνωμένων Εθνών, προωθώντας την πολυμερή διπλωματία και τις αρχές του χάρτη του ΟΗΕ. Σας ευχαριστώ. Καλή χρονιά σε όλους. I thank you.
Ambassadors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is a singular honor to raise the flag of Pakistan as my country proudly begins its 8th term as an elected member of the UN Security Council. We are grateful to the wider membership for entrusting Pakistan with this responsibility at a time of unprecedented crises. Let me convey our appreciation to the outgoing members for their invaluable contribution over the last 2 years. Together with fellow incoming and other members, Pakistan will work actively and constructively over the next 2 years to promote global peace and security. This ceremony, marking periodic rotation and democratic renewal of Council's membership, also reinforces our common aspiration for a Security Council that is more effective, open and transparent, and accountable to the UN membership. And as you said, this is rightly served by the elected members, and their importance cannot be overemphasized. Pakistan will continue to be guided by the purposes and principles of the UN Charter, including maintenance of international peace and security and development of friendly relations among nations based on the principle of equal rights and self-determination. Pakistan will always remain a strong voice for peoples under foreign occupation and oppression for the realization of their right to self-determination. We are convinced that cooperative multilateralism with the UN at its core is the best way of tackling the multifaceted challenges of today. We need to earnestly address the root causes of long outstanding as well as new conflicts, prioritize dialogue and diplomacy, and support confidence building at regional and global levels to reduce tensions, to reverse the arms race and enable an environment conducive for peace, stability, and development. Pakistan will partner with fellow members to actively pursue just and peaceful solutions to the issues on the Council's agenda and would strive to make optimal use of conflict prevention, peacekeeping, peace building, and other tools to achieve durable peace. Our success lies in upholding the UN Charter and international law under all circumstances and in ensuring effective implementation of the Security Council's own decisions and resolutions, never forgetting our solemn duty towards the millions of men, women, and children suffering in conflicts. Pakistan is assuming this responsibility, fully resolved to our collective endeavor for a more peaceful and secure world. Thank you.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, members of the press, Happy New Year to you all. I thank Kazakhstan for organizing this symbolic yet powerful ceremony in which our flags become protagonists on the day we officially sit on the Security Council chair and assume the great responsibility of promoting and maintaining international peace and security at a time the world suffers great anguish. I recognize and thank the presence of Mr. Mohammed Khaled Kiari, Assistant Secretary General for the Middle East, Asia, and the Pacific, and of course, as well, of my friend Amar, Ambassador of Algeria. As a founding member of the United Nations, Panama has always upheld the principles established in the UN Charter and reaffirmed its commitment to multilateralism as the bedrock of our foreign policy strategy. The Security Council played a crucial role in our national history when it held a formal meeting for the second time out of its headquarters in Panama City in 1973 under the able stewardship of our then ambassador to the United Nations, Aquilino Boyd. During this meeting, the world recognized our legitimate claim to achieve control and administration of the Panama Canal, a route that we Panamanians have subsequently expanded in order to better serve the commercial needs of the entire world and to welcome the transit of vessels of all nationalities. This engineering wonder that was made possible by American ingenuity prompted the historic long-time collaboration between Panama and the United States of America. That also led to the solution of a lingering conflict by diplomatic means when President Jimmy Carter, in an enlightened, visionary, and decent gesture of fairness that dignified the United States, advanced negotiations with General Omar Torrijos of Panama that concluded successfully with the Torrijos-Carter treaties in 1977. Those treaties ended a colonialist enclave that had divided the country in half and was threatening to become an incendiary issue that, if allowed to continue, would have threatened the peace and security of the entire region. Also, as a result of those treaties, which entered into effect in a process that concluded on the last day of the 20th century, Panama assumed control of its canal and has, since then, served the international community by its successful administration during the last 25 years, without any interference by any other country or world power, and subject to a regime of neutrality that has been respected scrupulously by the entire world. Our flag, that for 25 years flies alone and proud over the Panama Canal, has been a powerful protagonist through our history. In 1964, when Panamanian students carried a treasured flag into the heart of the former Panama Canal Zone, it was torn in a skirmish that fueled nationalistic sentiments and ended with violent riots in which Panamanians and US citizens unfortunately lost their lives and many others were injured. The world can count on Panama to serve as a constructive partner and bridge builder for the work ahead of us in the Security Council in the next 2 years. To do so, we intend to enhance the traditional role of our country as one that promotes dialogue, mediation, and conciliation in international affairs. We are conscious that we will be judged severely if we do not stand on the right side of history, defending the purposes and principles of the UN Charter. As I have said, our flag stands as a living emblem of our sovereignty and national dignity, and it unites our people. It captures the essence of Panama's identity and serves as a beacon of hope and pride. Through the flag, the history of Panama's past, present, and future continues to be told, encouraging the spirit of generations to come. This is why, today, I wish to pay tribute to our flag by quoting a great Panamanian journalist and poet, Gaspar Octavio Hernández, when he expressed in Spanish in an inspiring poem the following: Bandera de la patria, sube, sube hasta perderte en el azul, y luego de flotar en la patria del querube, de flotar junto al velo de la nube, si ves que el hado ciego en los ismeños puso cobardía, desciende al istmo convertida en fuego y extingue con febril desasosiego a los que amaron tu esplendor un día. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues, esteemed representatives, and honored guests. I extend my warmest greetings and New Year wishes. It's with a profound gratitude that I acknowledge Ambassador Omarov, the permanent representative of Kazakhstan, for his distinguished initiative in arranging this flag ceremony and today's significant moment. I extend my warm congratulations to Ambassador Amar Benjama, the permanent representative of Algeria, upon his assumption of the Council's presidency for the month of January. With equal distinction, I extend congratulations to our fellow incoming Council members, namely Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama, and ourselves, as they commence their respective tenures on this distinguished body. We express our profound appreciation to the outgoing members for this exemplary service and invaluable contribution to the Council over the last 2 years. On this occasion of a singular importance, I wish to convey Somalia's deepest gratitude to the honorable members of the UN General Assembly for according us the privilege of serving on the Security Council, marking our second tenure in this distinguished body. As a proud member state of African Union, the Arab League, and Organization of Islamic Cooperation, we are profoundly conscious of the sacred trust placed in our nation and the weight of responsibility that accompany this mandate. Speaking on behalf of the Somali people, under the distinguished leadership of His Excellency, Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, I hereby affirm the Somalia's membership in the Security Council shall be steadfastly guided by the principles enshrined in the UN Charter and the fundamental tenets of the international law. We pledge our unwavering commitment to the advancement of peace and security and to preservation of the sovereign territory. Integrity and political independence is for all member states of the United Nations. Somalia stands resolutely committed to fostering close cooperation with all Council members in the pursuit for a better world and better future for all. I will now deliver a brief remarks in my native language. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. مدنيالي مروين aniga oo ku hadlayo magaca dhammaan diblomaasiyiinta ku matala dowladda federaalka ee Soomaaliya xarunta sare ee qaramada midoobay ee New York waxa sharaf iyo farxad weyn ii ah uguna hambalyeynaya ummadda Soomaaliyeed meel kasta ay joogaan in maalintii shalay ahayd bisha Janaayo 2025 ay Soomaaliya si rasmi ah ugu biirtay golaha amniga ee qaramada midoobay muddo xileedka 2025 ilaa 2026 waxaan bogaadinaynaa taageeradiinii iyo dhiirigelintii joogtada ahayd ee aad nala garab taagneedeen ummadda Soomaaliyeed oo aan matalno muddadii aan u ololeynay ka mid noqoshada golahan waxaan si gaar ah ugu mahadcelinayaa hoggaanka sare ee dowladda Soomaaliya oo ugu horeeyo madaxweyne xasan sheekh maxamuud ra'iisul wasaaraha xukuumadda mudane xamza cabdi barre wasiirka arrimaha dibadda ee dowladda federaalka ee Soomaaliya ambassador Axmed Macalin Fiqi kadib markii ay malafkan siiyeen mudnaan mug iyo milgo leh kana mira dhaliyeen guushan aan gaarnay ugu dambeyn waxa inoo bilowday howl baaxad weyn leh oo ay naga go'an tahay inaan u guda galno si hufan innaga oo maanka ku hayna in aan ka shaqayno danta guud ee mudnaanta u leh xasiloonida adduunka iyo danta gaarka ah ee diinta dalka iyo dadka Soomaaliyeed kuna tashanayno taageerida dowladeenna dadkeenna iyo dowladaha aan xulufada nahay wabillahi tawfiiq Soomaaliya ha noolaato
Thank you all for your reflections as the Security Council members. We now have the honor to proceed with the ceremony. Please commence with the flag installation. The national flag of Denmark. The national flag of Greece. The national flag of Pakistan. The national flag of Panama. The national flag of Somalia. The delegates are invited to take family photo. As we reach the conclusion of this solemn ceremony, thank you for your presence and dedication. This marks the end of our proceedings. Thank you.